What is good, John SGG family? It's your boy SmooveGotGame back here on this Madden, and it is the end of year one. We're getting set for another our first offseason here, where we go to try to rebuild this team. A 4-13 start to the career, not the best, but we weren't the worst team here in the AFC, as both the Jets and Dolphins had worse records with only 3 wins on at least the AFC side. And we'll be getting a look into this playoff postseason bracket, man. I mean, you see we have the Chiefs as the 1 seed, Bills versus Jags, Colts versus Steelers, Patriots, Ravens, Eagles, Bucks, Falcons, Vikings, Panthers, Rams, Lions. Now, do I think any of this might happen in real life? I mean, the AFC side actually, well, other than the Ravens being there and the Chiefs, pretty close. And then NFC side, I don't think 3 teams from the NFC South gonna make it like that. I don't think the Vikings gonna make it. But the last 2 could, so it can be pretty accurate. But I figure we'll go through the weekly recaps through those just to see what some of the postseason gameplay is looking like. It might be pretty interesting, so expect to see that here through this first part. But really quick, let's go ahead and get things kicked off with something we didn't look at last time, and that was the overall stats. For the team, for the league. Really, we looked at our team stats, but we didn't look at like league leaders. So jumping right to the NFL, Justin Herbert led the league this year in yards with 4,540. Mahomes, Stafford behind him. Michael Penix Jr. actually up to 41K. Jake Browning, 4.1K as well. Okay, so some different names up here near the top. Touchdowns, 42 by Jalen Hurts off of 7 interceptions. And interception leader was also Jake Browning, who went 21-21 this year on his Jameis Winston impersonation. Rushing yards, see we have quite a bit of guys that hit over 1,000. Saquon, Hubbard, Jordan Mason, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Walker, Jacobs, Gentry actually get in his rookie year. 1,129 yards, only 4 touchdowns though, so not many rushing touchdowns. Marion Hampton as well, 1,104 yards, 8 touchdowns. Henry, who was on the Ravens, he was just hurt every time I looked. CMC, Cook, Gibbs, Dobbins. Look at this. A lot of guys actually hit 1,000 yards rushing this season. So as you can see, the run game can be profitable. It just wasn't for us. And then Puka Nacua led in yards, 1,353, 16 touchdowns. No Triple Crown winner this year as the receiving yards leader or receptions leader. Jackson Smith, 103. And then our touchdown leader here with Josh Downs and Devontae Smith both having 17. So not a bad year, honestly. Now, do I still have to go AFC, NFC to look at these actual sack leaders? 19.5. I don't feel like I do have to. Let's see. 16.5 there for Walker on the AFC. 19.5 for, okay, yeah, we don't have to. So Yaya Diaby. Well, I actually haven't heard this name before with Tampa Bay. Is he actually killing it in real life? I haven't heard him pop up in any highlights, but 19.5 sacks this year. It's going stupid crazy. Michael Parsons with 19. Interceptions leader this year was Robert Spillane with 6 of them. So not a bad year. And then tackles wise, who led the league in tackles? Caden Elijah 176, Edmonds 173, Singleton 156. Not a bad year. Nobody hit 200 though. That's all I know. Now, we have a lot of rebuilding to do. Let's first enjoy the postseason, let our team relax, de-stress the mind from the draft prep that we've done over the past couple of days. And let's just see how the postseason plays out. You guys are going to see back-to-back weekly recaps, which I'm going to probably jump in and talk to and let them do some talking too as well. But let's see how this postseason plays out and who ends up being the Super Bowl champs.
Hi everyone, Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get to. We'll start in Philadelphia. The Eagles at home to take on the Atlanta Falcons. And this is John Mechie. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score.
Okay, it's a nice touchdown, but wait, wasn't...
To their advantage, they'll get another home game next week in their quest for the Super Bowl.
Oh, wait, did I skip it by accident? I was about to say, didn't the Eagles get a bye? But they played the Patriots and lost. That's the one. They were the 1 seed, weren't they? No, the Chiefs were the 1 seed. Okay.
One more to tell you about real quick. It's up in Minneapolis. It's the Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions.
Former rebuilding team. I got to see them get a dub here. Throw into the end zone. Dang, McCarthy's killing him. Oh, that's devastating.
One of his 3 touchdowns through the air. The Vikings are on to the NFC Championship game. They get it done here in the divisional round.
Wow. So, yeah, okay. I jumped forward because I thought that it would because I'm on the divisional round. So I didn't think it would show me the divisional round highlights. I was skipping forward to see the wild card round highlights, but I guess it showed me already what's gonna happen. So here's a quick breakdown of how we got to at least that point. So the Bills beat the Jags 26-20, Steelers beat the Colts 13-10, Patriots beat the Ravens 25-20. On the other side, we have the Falcons beating the Bucks 24-17 in an upset. Vikings beat the Panthers 20-10, and the Lions beat the Rams 21-17. So we already know that it's going to be Vikings and I think it's at Falcons, right? Vikings Falcons, which is a huge upset. Watch Atlanta go from the 17th to the Super Bowl. Vikings Falcons, and we have Bills on this, or no, Patriots on the side because the Patriots upset. We just don't know what happened in this game. So still one more surprise. So now I know when I simulate forward, it's going to show us the AFC Championship games.
We'll start in KC. The Chiefs.
Okay. So let's see what happened in this game. Play fake here by Drake May. Don't tell me the Patriots took them down. Stephon Diggs wide open. Look at him break 2 tackles. Okay. 35-17. 4 touchdowns. Drake May is going stupid. Okay. So Patriots with an upset with Drake May at QB. Now the question is it Vikings or the Eagles did take down the Falcons. Okay. No, JJ McCarthy did it. Oh, that's a tough one-on-one. Wow. Okay. So Super Bowl will be the Vikings and Patriots. Who's going to walk away with it?
His man for the touchdown here. One of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ball game.
Now, of course, before we get to see who's in the Super Bowl, we got Pro Bowl week. So I just wanted to take a quick look to see if we had any guys get on the Pro Bowl for us. And of course, point out down below, let me know if your favorite player in the league made the Pro Bowl here in our year 1 of the franchise. There goes Bitonio at guard. He's got guard 2, so it'll be the backup left guard. So we at least have 1 person making the Pro Bowl. Not seeing anybody on defense. I was hoping our Mike Backer might have got it. He had a lot of tackles this year. No DBs either. Aw, dang. So only 1 Pro Bowl player, and it was a guard. So that's kind of upsetting. But we do have also player recognition because somebody needs to be recognized for their year 1 stats.
The top prize in the NFL is the Lombardi Trophy, but some individual hardware is pretty nice to end a season with too. Today, one of their players has a reason to celebrate.
Is it talking about the Pro Bowl? Just saw your message as I was walking by. How's it going? Seeing everyone celebrating this week, I was looking back at all the great performances from the year. Shedeur Sanders had an incredible year, and I'd like to do something special. What did he do? I mean, he had a great year as a rookie, but them numbers was booty. Deserves recognition, but don't forget about your impact. Agreed. We have had much different offense without him. Don't forget about your impact. I don't know whose impact is talking about, but yeah, just give him his recognition there. I wanted to be flashy, something he can flex and show off to the guys. He already got bonuses. Oh, 4,500 XP. That's a lot to show off to the guys. That's what I like to see. More XP. Can we give him a boost to the star development?
Lots to get you caught up on. Why don't we start out in Foxborough? The Patriots at home to take on the Minnesota Vikings. And this is the home team running back. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. The Vikings get it done. Congratulations to them. They are your Super Bowl champions.
And as he said, I couldn't say it better myself. The Minnesota Vikings are our year 1 Super Bowl champs. I don't know who posts these. Let's look at the yearly awards. I think this is where it shows it. Patrick Mahomes gets MVP of the league. Coach of the year goes to Mike Vrabel and the Patriots. As far as just AFC awards, Patrick Mahomes got Offensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year. So it's some more hard work coming to us. See, look at this. He wasn't even offensive rookie. He was 8th place for this. They gave it to Hampton though. At running back, Graham gets Defensive Rookie of the Year, which I'll take. Carson at 3rd. I'm surprised I didn't see Graham actually there too. Now that I think about it, he was a pretty good defensive tackle. So Mahomes for best QB, Taylor for best running back, Downs for best receiver, Humphrey for best O-line, Garrett for best D-line, Spillane best linebacker, Moore for best DB. Where did he? Wow, he didn't even crack the top 10. I would have thought my linebacker would have cracked up there, but no. Well, Butker for kicker. We'll quickly look at the NFC side here. Nakayu, Parsons, Abuka, Carter, Hurts, Barkley, Nakayu, Lindstrom, Parsons, Wilson Sr., Branch, Myers. Okay. Pretty much some from the same familiar faces. Nothing new there. And we'll get some upgrades here as we go ahead and round out this first year of the regular season, getting into new year. 2 upgrades here. 1 for Mason Graham. I'm assuming just for the award. Yep, Defensive Rookie of the Year gave him Superstar Development too as well with 12,000 XP extra. So of course he's now Superstar Development. We actually got to add his abilities in. Oh, I actually gets all 3 of them too, where his overall is. So let me just see here what makes the most sense, and I will kind of let you know which ones we pick. All right, so here's his abilities. I went with Defensive Rally, being the center point of our D line. I feel like he should be our kind of stonewall here. So this just, we'll prepare fatigue for all defensive linemen on any 3rd and 4th down. Stonewall, frequently prevent extra yardage gain when he's making a tackle, so they're not reaching forward. And Reach Elite, the ability to kind of go around a tackle to sack a quarterback or tackle a ball carrier for loss. All abilities I think he's shown, somewhat ability to do when we watched him. He's a great power rusher, edge rusher. So with his ratings being what they are, I'm actually going to go with 2. I'm going to go 1 upgrade for power rusher here. That's going to go ahead and hopefully get us, +1 finesse move and +1 power moves. That's, I guess, good. Let's go with 1 more there on that. So his nose tackle abilities obviously didn't increase at all, but we get +3 finesse moves, +1 more power moves. I was hoping to get more in the power moves because every time we did the power move one, he was getting big finesse upgrades. So 90 block shed, 83 power moves, 81 finesse moves. I'm not really sure what makes nose tackling go up for you as a defensive tackle. Since we just kind of get stuff for his like athleticism. I would think it would be block shedding, but now here, of course, we're going to go with a field general upgrade to finally get him a scheme fit and get out of the scrambler archetype there. +2 awareness, +1 throw medium. So now he's a 73 overall field general. And once this morale goes away, he'll be at 81 deep accuracy, 83 medium, and then 89 short with 88 throw power. I think we'll probably do a couple of strong arms and field generals to kind of go back and forth between that now. But I think that'll be a big boost to help him out here in year 2. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and advance things forward into the offseason and get our true offseason here underway. I did a great job there. At least I feel like building out a plan for our drafting here. As we'll go through, I guess we got a couple other things that we can go through. I just want to quickly look at the scouting, just show you guys kind of what I was able to kind of put together here as far as the draft board. It's not in order, but we're able to at least get a list here of a lot of really good players here, going to at least 27 deep of some guys that we can utilize here. You see we're getting some talent grades on some of these guys. They're finally getting their projections done. It's like around 2 to 3 here on a day 3 target. Somebody we can get late that has good abilities. Round 1 target here for Ben Cruz. Round 1 for Jesse Villa. So some top 5 here for Rich Looney. We might need to go here. Top 5 talent, A deep routing, B catching, traffic catching, 22 years old, only good to solid speed. So he's not gonna be fast, but A short route running, B medium. What is the deep route running at? A. So he's going to be a route running specialist with C release. So that's going to be kind of the downside. We want to work on his release. But yeah, this is going to be a really good. I mean, we were talking about getting a receiver to match up with Jared Jeudy. We might have found it right here in Rich Looney. We're going to have 2 picks, and none of the edge rushers here are showing top 5. Even TJ Bean is around 1 to 2 talent. So I might go edge rusher with our 2nd first-round pick and go receiver with our 1st. It might be able to have to slide tackle into the 2nd round because look, Michael Holmes, even one of my best offensive linemen, he's around 2 to 3 talent here. Now, there also is Nate Knight, though. He's around 1 to 2. We don't know what Colangelo is as far as his talent, but that could also be another option here. On the right side, do we have him? No, he's still only at 80%, so we don't get to see what his talent is. Talents, I guess, show up at 90%. Unfortunate. I wish we could have got just a little bit more on those tackles, but I think I like where that is looking. Yeah, we might go receiver, edge rusher, and then a tackle in the 2nd round as far as our team goes. So we might have to look in the free agency range to try to at least get 2 more offensive linemen. So coaching carousel, this is where we can hire or fire scouts, or I guess coaches. Now, I'm not going to do any firing just yet. Like I said, our defense corner is at a 23%, very bad job security. I mean, at this point, I don't feel like our defense was bad. If you look at our numbers, there would be no reason for me to fire our defensive coordinator here. Points per game, top 10. Passing yards per game, top 10. We did not have a very good offense, so I believe that's contributing to the rushing yards per game. I'm going to give him 1 more season. I'm not changing up any of our coordinators yet. I feel like the team needs to get a little bit better, and if we still have a bad year next year, then 1 or 2 of them could be looking on their way out. So looking at these retirements really quick, just seeing if there's any big names here. Adam Thielen finally calling it a quits. Tyler Lockett is out of here. Cameron Hayward, Darius Slade Jr. Taysom Hill is going. Demario Davis, Brandon Cooks, Cameron Jordan. Huge losses for the Saints. Gus Edwards, Bobby Wagner, Von Miller is out here. DeAndre Hopkins is gone. This is a lot of big name guys leaving the league. Andy Dalton is finally calling it a quits. Russell Wilson is done. Okay. So as you can see, like a lot of big names are calling it a quits here at the end of the season. Keenan Allen I saw is gone. Joe Flacco is finally through. Oh, he was with our team. Dang, do we want to get rid of Dylan Gabriel now? Maybe it might be good to have a cheap backup, but that 5th-year option is going to kind of be a killer. And we already know we're not going to re-sign him. It might be better to have a mentor as a backup. So I might look at that option. Mentor as a backup and either keep Gabriel as QB3, because I do like to keep 3 quarterbacks on roster, or possibly, trading him away. So here it goes officially. The Vikings win their first ever Super Bowl of their franchise history. JJ McCarthy gets player of the game in that one too as well. So shout out to him taking down the Patriots for that.
One season ends and the work begins on the next for players and coaches. Their goals are the same. Find weaker areas and make them strengths to bring into a new year.
Man, I gotta say, I love these cutscenes coming in. Thanks for meeting with me, Alex Anthony. Who is this? As we look forward to the upcoming season, I was hoping to get your opinion on how I can improve as a coach. I can't remember which one. This is our defensive coordinator that was on the end. We stopped. Yeah, this is our defensive coordinator. So we stopped the run and we locked down the pass game. I think it's honestly, we obviously got to improve on the run. So I think we stopped the run, because if we can stop those late game runs, we can get the ball back for our offense. So yeah, let's stop the run. I'm more than willing to put the work in effort to be a key part of that identity coach. Let's see. However, there are a lot of ways I could impact the run game, which I suppose keep their runners from getting outside, stuff any run that comes inside. Yeah, stuff any run that comes inside. All inside runs is locked up. Now, if they want to go outside, we got plenty of time to get over there and catch up to them lanes. So that should be perfectly fine. We can't tackle the QB before he can hand it off. That would be beautiful, actually, if we could get a couple of sacks that way. You notice the difference this preseason, guaranteed. So what kind of bonus am I? We got some bonuses for my defensive tackles and like my right end and left end possibly. So before we go to move on into free agency, of course, we got to get these negotiations going. And we got to see which of these players we can actually kind of bring back. So we're going to start with the important pieces here first and see if I actually have to use this franchise tag or not. $59 million is what we're walking into this preseason with, or postseason with. The first thing we're going to try to do here is get Wyatt Teller back, superstar at guard. I just feel like he's not asking for too much, so it shouldn't be a hard grab. Now, we do have to increase the money a little bit for this 1-year deal because he's not really interested in coming back. So we can see. So Wyatt Teller's going to go and test free agency. That's going to kind of be a big blow. But at left guard, we also we have a similar situation. Like, not too many people are actually interested in coming back. So we're going to have to overpay if we want to get these guys to come back here. So like Tevin Jenkins, 2 years, $22.4 million. I'm going to have to up this a little bit. Obviously, probably up it a little bit more. Current or projected depth is at 2. He's actually going to be. Let me go ahead and make that change because that's actually the plan is actually to make him my starting left guard. So this is not even me trying to cheat up the game. I'm letting Joel go if I can, and even if I can't, what? He's the starting right guard. Why until I go up there for right now? So I don't know why he's not okay. Just put him up at the top because my plan is to let him start at guard, whether that's on the left or the right. He's going to be my starting guard. And it's just going to be a competition between whether we bring Joel back or if we are able to bring back Wyatt Teller. So that helps us interest out a little bit here. We probably don't have to go up as far. I'm going to up it just a little bit just in case because he's younger, 25 or 28 years old, 80 overall star development. Let's at least keep a key piece around here. Maybe we can even get a 3rd year out of this. And there we go. We at least got Tevin Jenkins back. Now we'll try to keep the running back room strong here. We just have a lot of young talent here, so we don't necessarily need to make this move. So if he wants to come back here, I'll do it. Let's get a 3-year deal going, though. I'm not increasing the money at all here for this $2.68 million. We're fine with losing that. Gonna look to sign Alex right here as a development edge rusher. We obviously have a key guy on the outside with obviously Myles Garrett, but trying to find who's going to be on the other side. So keeping around young talent, I think, at this position could be crucial here for us. I'm going to go a 3-year deal here to kind of extend it out a little bit so he stays around for a little bit longer. Definitely want to keep around our second guy here with Joe Tyron. I'm going to go 2-year deal here. I'm going to try to increase the money just a little bit here, see if we can get him wanting to go. He wants to play close to home, so there's not too much we can do with that, but let me try to go $5 million, 2 years, $9 million a season, and we'll at least go to get him back And he'll be a starting on the edge too. So it's not like I just did that for a backup. Like he's going to be the starter on the other opposite end. I'll look try to get Devin Bush back here. I mean, he should definitely be the starter here over Jerome Baker, who is our Sam backer. So we also have JOK, who was injured pretty much all season. But I mean, obviously, we got to have somebody there for injuries. He wants 3 years, $17.7 million a season, which doesn't seem too bad. Now, he doesn't have any interest here, but I'm not willing to possibly overpay for this. Maybe $3 million, so it's 6.3. And if we can't go there, then maybe we go with somebody more developmental here, like, you know, 2 years, just almost like $3 million a season here for this. We can get Mohamed Diabete instead. Here at corner, keeping the cornerback room deep and strong. So just a 2-year, $4.4 million deal. Now, obviously, no interest here. So we could probably up this a little bit, maybe 2 years. Let me go with a little bit more even split here. There, like that. 2 years, $5 million a season, 2.5 on each. Now, after the trade we made at free safety, it's clear that we want to make, obviously, Ronnie Aikman the starter here. Now, he wants to be a scheme fit, a base 4-3. So I guess he's not a scheme fit for a base 4-3. So he wants to make sure he's playing within a good scheme. But I think he should want to come back just because we will be a better team for him in the long run. So I'm going to up this a little bit. Let's keep this actually at like 1.9. We'll up the bonus money 2.3, 5 years. 23 million here. We can franchise tag somebody. I think it should be one of our offensive linemen. Oh, I still have a chance to offer here to Joel. Now he wants 1 year, 16.4 million. Let's see, the franchise tag for an offensive lineman is 18.1, which will give us no room after this season. So we'd have to make some big time draft picks, so we could see some real regression from our offensive line. But with 23 million, am I prepared to give this to Joel as a $16 million contract? I mean, we don't even meet his biggest thing. He wants to be a scheme fit too as well, and you know, he's a trade target for us as well. I mean, he's gonna see some. I think he's already probably seen this regression at 85 overall, though 34 years old. I mean, we could up it a little bit. I mean, 6 million. We might just have to let him go. I mean, 6 million in cap space. We're not gonna have any room to go in free agency, which we don't have too many things that I would actually go into free agency for. Maybe to look for an offensive lineman, but I feel like maybe we should just go to try to get younger at that position. So I'm actually gonna withdraw the offer there. We're gonna let Joel go, and we're gonna kind of start over with this whole offensive line. And now it's combine week here, so we can kind of see some of the numbers of some of these guys. And really, the only ones I kind of care about here are the receivers. So I just wanted to see what some of our guys that we have favorited ran. Rich Looney went 4.4. Deion Franks at 4.3. Round 1 and 2 guy. Might have to maybe kind of keep our eyes on that. 4.3 is nothing to play with. 4.49, 4.57. In fact, we saw 3 guys hit 4.2s. Of course, they're undraftable talents, but that's some good speed. So the fastest guy that I see here, though, is 2 guys that ran 4.3, and Eddie Bennett and Deion Franks. So if I look at what they have going for them, 8 reps, so not too strong. B catching traffic, F catching. B on his deep route running, F on his medium, and D short. So he has nothing that he can do underneath. So it's basically just kind of a deep threat. But B release says he could play on the outside at least. And then if we look here at Bennett, who went 4.37, he's got F medium, D short. Kind of the same thing with A spec catch though, at least. B catching. So he's at least able to catch the ball better. And he'll make some spectacular catches down the field. But at 5'11", I mean, he's not really kind of going for any jump balls. So, I mean, good speed just from no guys that are like too fast. What about tight end? Ooh, here we go. Hugo Guerrero, who I actually have on my board already, went 4.48 in the 40. That looks like to be the fastest tight end time at 6'3", 260 from LSU. You can see why I like him on my board here. I mean, you see the 21 bench press reps, 35-inch vert. I mean, he's a solid athlete just all around. A deep route running, A medium, A short. He's going to run the entire route tree very well. And I don't know how quickly some of these tight ends are going to go, but we might be able to make off with a tight end either in the 2nd round or 3rd round. So we do have 4 top 100 picks this year. So, I mean, maybe one of them could be Hugo or Guerrero. If I re-look at my board, now obviously my board is not in order, so I'd have to like refer to my actual board, which mainly has like Richie Looney at the top. I mean, he did really impress with some of his raises, plus that top 5 talent. It's definitely going to put him up there. But I mean, we also have some edge rushers at the top of the board, Enrique Clavo, Manuel Corona, that I would like to get. I mean, off right tackle Elijah Ogburn is an interesting target. There's still Ben Cruz, who has round 1 talent at receiver. If we don't get Rich Looney and have to go somewhere else, there's Nate Knight at tackle in case I can't get Elijah at right tackle. So, I mean, there's some offensive line options too, especially with us losing a bunch of them. It could be good to go get another one. But I think edge rush, receiver, offensive line, and now tight end, I got to find a way to make 4 of those picks work and be great. So, I mean, you can see the full board here. You can see the talent grades that we have with some of these guys. Some of these guys, of course, are really jumping up the board. Like here, Eddie Noel, day 3 guy, but round 2 to 3 talent here at slot. He ran a 4.5 in his 40. He's B catching, A catching traffic. Not really too athletic, just kind of mainly just has speed a little bit and athleticism. A catching traffic, A carrying, A injury, B short route running, B run block. How big are you again? No, did he? 5'10", 188. A carrying. I'm not the type to normally want to switch positions, but A carrying, C ball carrier vision. He doesn't have really break tackle ability. Short route running. He might be somebody that could play like a gadget route or a gadget spot or even like receive or a running back full time. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that as a possible, day 3 option there with Eddie Noel. So at $24 million, who is on free agency? Travis Kelce, first name that we see here at tight end. Of course, he's not interested in coming here. We got Christian Wilkins, Joel Bonito. Let's see, any other surprising names? Kendall Fuller's the first guy that we see that has some interest in at least wanting to come here. Got Rasul Douglas as well, so mainly a lot of corners. Well, here was a defensive tackle, Puna Ford. Has a lot of interest in coming here at 30 years old. That could help secure that run game, but we have a lot of defensive tackles, and they didn't play too bad last year. Halfback Najee Harris could come in and add to the halfback mix. If he was a mentor, that would be a perfect add there to get those guys better. Let's look at some positions that we might need somebody to come in, like, oh, here we go. Brian Cook. A lot of interest in wanting to come here. $7.7 million a season. Can also go edge rusher here, but hold on, free safety. We just let somebody go. I didn't want Hickman because we just signed him to a big deal, but I mean, I feel like I can't miss out on something like this though. This is an 80 overall star development safety that actually wants to come here and play ball. I feel like I gotta at least make an offer, right? Let's at least make the base offer. Okay, here we go. Finally, an offensive lineman that wants to come here. 75 overall, 25 years old, Keon Green. Actually has plenty of interest in wanting to come here. Let's see what these ratings look like. 73 pass block, not too bad. And oh, look at the run block though. 80, 79, 77, 86 lead block. Yeah, I think we make those 2 offers here at least. I mean, 25 years old. I don't even mind a 4-year deal here on this. Up the contract, up the bonus just a little bit. I'm not even mad at that contract. So that's 2 big deals here out. Now we only have $9 million left. And I want to look to make a move here with Brandon Smith too. Brandon Smith. He's 25. So I was just looking for somebody young that had interest in coming here to develop too as well. We only have 2 Mike backers here on the team. 66 zone cover, 68 man is a pretty good mix for somebody that's actually interested in coming here. I mean, obviously you saw Kalen DeLuch had a little bit better, but he doesn't have interest in wanting to come here, and I'm not going to overpay. So maybe a little backup deal here. I'm not even mad at a 2-year contract. Going a little bit down the board here, we're just going to go ahead and offer a contract to a kicker and punter, Joshua Carty here. I mean, none of them are really interested in coming here, but I mean, if we can give them like a longer term deal here, that actually boosted motivation a little bit too. I mean, he was young, 24 years old. I'm looking for young guys at this position that I don't have to worry about getting old and retiring out of this spot. Oh, here comes some interest though, at least. Now, we obviously don't need like the world's best of these spots. I think, 28 is not too bad, and actually have interest here. I wouldn't have to change too much about your offer. So there we go. There's our first 5 offers here for the first round of free agency. Not the flashiest moves by all means, but if we look here, we've just got Brian Cooks, a free safety, Keon Green on the offensive line, a punter, kicker, and then a backup here at Mike Backer, and we can handle everything else, I feel like, through the draft with some of those top picks. So I'm gonna go ahead and evaluate these first round of offers and see. Oh wait, hold on, I can actually see where other people are at. Looks like Cooks, we might do a little bit more here. I got 2.2 million more to kind of spend. Let me see if I can overdo the Bears real quick. All right, there we go. Now I'm on top. So these 5, let's see if we evaluate what kind of deals are we gonna get here. And 3 guys make commitments here. So 2 more guys still left. Carty here and Smith. My signings. Dang it. I miss out on the big target there. We got Keon Green. We get Jordan Stout. but I miss out on the safety. I mean, I guess I didn't really need to go after a safety, that bad, but Brian Cook ends up choosing the Bears over us. He has a future starter tag too. He definitely would have been a future starter here, but I guess that, cleared up the way for our safety to, keep his spot. So Keon Green goes and signs onto the team. We also get Jordan Stout. Let's see if I can find another safety. We just need depth at that spot. I'm going to here for Eddie Jackson, I think, just because he has the mentor tag. That should help out with Hickman actually getting his development up too as well. So I think this could be a good contract here to bring somebody in. So now that we have another target there, let's go ahead and go back to our offers. Evaluate one more time. All right, no movement. We're still the only team for all three of these guys. And actually just remember, we do need a long snapper because I think that one has to be on roster at all times. Look at that, we're almost completely all out of them. So you just offer up a quick contract to one of them. Well, 3 of the 4 deals have been put across there. We got all 3 of those targets too as well. So here goes Joshua Carty as well, Eddie Jackson to be our backup free safety, and then Brandon Smith to be a developmental backup Mike backer too as well. So that's all that we have here for this first round. We have to kind of simulate forward to see if we can get our long snapper, but that should help out the team at least a little bit. All right, just last 2 signings here for free agency period, man. We're going to go and pick up Nick Moore as our long snapper and Bam Knight. I wanted to get 4 running backs on roster, so I went and found somebody young that still had interest in coming here. 72 overall, 88 speed, 83 carrying. Kind of really drew me to him. At least he won't be fumbling the ball if he should have to come into the game, but we really shouldn't see the skill set used too much. But the 86 juke also, too, is very nice. And here goes the last mock draft here. So it once again pretty much kind of will match up with what we had before. It looks like Dolphins now going with the cornerback here at top. I still have no idea what I'm going to do with our pick. I mean, if it goes like this, and the receiver is not taken, they got Rich Looney going 7. I might go Rich Looney. I mean, that's a top 5 talent I feel like I cannot pass up on. And it looks like Elijah's going at 11 here. So we would miss out on him. It looks like they have Hugo going 13, so we probably wouldn't be able to pull that off. We might be getting Nate here, but even that, there's going to be a run on tackles there soon. And then we would miss out on edge rusher too as well. But I definitely want to make sure we get a tackle here. So if we have to, I might have to trade back into this top 15 just to kind of get us a tackle here. So somewhere in the top 10, we might have to trade back up to get a good tackle prospect, because y'all see the offensive line, it is in shambles right now. All right, so I'm bringing in my private workouts. I'm going all offensive line here. There's these 2 round 3, day 3 type of guys here that have really good pass blocking settings. Not very good in the run blocking category. I mean, kind of okay. I feel like getting more information on them to see where their talents could be could give us a hint at some possible starting offensive line on the back end of the draft. Now, I also went ahead and got Elijah Ogburn here too as well. Just to know if I want to, because I'm trying to think of my offensive strategy. I don't know if I want to go Elijah Ogburn with the first pick and then concede Rich Looney and go with my second receiver here, Jess Villa, who has very good catching ratings across the board, which I can just show you. Let me go ahead and confirm this first. And then I should still be able to get back into the board here. Oh, that's my scouts prospects. So now if I get back in here, I can kind of show you guys Jess Villa. We haven't talked too much about him, but if you look at him, he's a round 1 talent. So I mean, obviously I'm getting a step down at receiver, but he's a slot guy, can match up with Jerry Jeudy. Hey, look at the catching across the board. A catch in traffic, A spec catch, B short route running, A meat route running. Now he doesn't have deep route running. His release is on the same page there as Rich Looney. So as you can see, he's better than him in some categories, worse than others. So I could possibly just go offensive line first and then go with Jesse Villa, because going with Rich Looney will require us to have to trade back into the top 10. And I don't know how easy it's going to be able to move 9 spots, because our second pick is at 19. So to move from 19 to get back into the top 10 for 2 picks here in this first round, because obviously you see here from the mock, it looks like the 49ers might go take him. They might decide that offensive line is a need. And Elijah Ogburn is the first tackle here taken off the board. So I really would like to get him, but I feel like you can't. It's going to be incredibly hard to get Elijah and Rich Looney at the same time. So just in case, I'm getting some of the other guys looked at. But if his scores come back and he's a top 5 pick too as well, I might have to switch up and go top 5 on the offensive line, go with the round 1 receiver. And here we are, welcome into the draft. And we just got to hope that things go our way. Now, of course, I don't think, can I just skip? Okay, so we can kind of skip the picks around here. So we have the top 3 picks. and we got to figure out what we're doing. Now, before we do, let's go ahead and check out our draft board, see if we got our guys the necessary upgrades that they needed. Oh, look at this. Round 2 to 3, round 1 to 2 pass protectors late in the round. That's 2 offensive linemen. That's going to be a huge gain, and both of them can pass protect. The guy here that can't run, we can move to tackle. Like, these are 2 late round picks that I know for sure are making in rounds 3 and 4. For sure. As the Jets just made their pick, they're going to go with Elijah Morgan, the quarterback, going number 1 overall to the Jets. So I guess that's so long with Justin Fields. Okay, round 1 and 2 on his projection. So not as big on the projection there. I feel like, especially with what we just saw, we can probably get a little bit better. We got 2 guards that are like really heavy on the pass game, so we could possibly still concede that, go receiver, and just fall back on Nate Knight here possibly. Now, Nate still might go before our picks. We still might have to trade up to get him regardless. But I just don't know if we can trade back into the top 10. We will make an attempt though. So Elijah Morgan goes number 1 overall. The Saints here gonna go TJ Bean, left edge. And then the Dolphins here next up will go Parker Brown. So now with our pick, the move is ours, and I feel like there's only one top 5 selection on this board, and we gotta go with it. We gotta give Shedeur some help, and we saw that receivers not getting open was a big problem, even with the offensive line, whether they're playing good or bad. Our receivers just were not getting open. So one of the best route runners in the class, ABA. He runs all 3 levels well, and he's a top 5 protected talent. Rich Looney, the first pick of the Cleveland Browns rebuild, goes to you. I had to let him have his time there and get clapped up. Well, no, did he? Number 5 at True Talent. We got him at number 4. Reliable pass catcher, strong hands to make catches through contact. Highlight reel catches are the norm. Hidden development, of course, here at the top. We knew it. A 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 95 change of direction. I love that. And A is short rounding, B and medium. A deep is going to be a great pick there. Now, Jonathan Gonzalez, the top halfback going to Cincinnati. They definitely do need a running back. Now we're going to go ahead and try to make some trades. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this and see, can I get back into this top 10 with any of these teams? All right, so what I'm offering here with the Bears is our 19th. This is moving up 10 spots. I'm going to give up a 3rd next year, a 6th this year, and ask for a 7th next year too as well. Okay, so they need a little bit more than that. So I think if I take off the 7th and I just give them those 3 picks, they might be willing to do it, which I'm kind of being greedy trying to get a pick back. But let's see, will they take this for 10 spots to move? They still need a little bit more than that. Okay, what if I go with the 7th this year too as well? So we'll give them one of our 6. We have 2 6. So I'll give them one of our 6, our 7th, a 3rd next year to move up 10 spots to go after this offensive lineman. Still not willing to do it. Okay. So that means we might have to go backwards and go with the Cardinals. The Cardinals are last hope. If it gets to the 49ers, I can't promise that we'll be able to pull this off. So what do the Cardinals want that maybe the Bears weren't willing to take? Cardinals needs aren't really something I can kind of fulfill here. I mean, I don't know why halfback is a need for them. They have that kind of unlocked. Now, a position that we are deep in, though, is corner. Oh, dang, they're deep at corner too. What about defensive tackle? Are they deep up the middle? Not necessarily. Okay, so 74 is their number 2. So if I go here with the 10 pick, obviously I'm going to, give up ours, so 19. What do we have here at defensive tackle that maybe we could spare? We can give them Collins and let Mike Hall Jr., who is star development, take over. Give them some help here on the D-line. This will help us out with our offensive line. Give Mike Hall Jr., who is star development at 23, a chance to get on the field and get some development at 31 years old. There's not much left from Malik Collins, so maybe go there. And we'll still give up a late pick too as well. I'll give them our earlier 6th and see if they take this for 9 spots. Wow. I'm gonna add next year's 2 pick to it. That's how important this draft is right now. That's how important this draft is right now. I'm going to give up my next year's 2. I probably could have gone 3, but I'll give up the 2. So we're going with the player swap. They're going to get Collins out there, give us some room at defensive tackle. We move up 9 spots to go ahead and get back into the top 10, give up a 6th round pick this year and a 2nd round next year. And we'll probably maybe even make a trade in the season to get rid of a player to maybe get that 2nd round pick back, or at least an extra 3rd. So we'll resume this draft back up, see what the next couple picks have for us. Quarterback Jamie Rubin coming off the board. That's the 2nd quarterback of the draft. Enrique Claveo, who I had on my board, possibly to go grab, is gone. Devin Haynes is gone as well. And Bears go with Kadarius Ross. So that means that we are able to go ahead and get the 2 picks that I wanted the most here in this draft. We got our receiver to go ahead and shore up an extra hand on the outside. And now we'll be able to go ahead and get our... Oh, went one too low. Get a tackle here on Elijah Ogborn now. Round 1 and 2 protection. So could this be a reach? Maybe. But I feel like he's the best pass protector option that we have. So I know it says right tackle, but he's going to slide him on the left side and help protect Shedeur Sanders' blind spot. So being 25 overall in true talent, we got him at number 10. So like I said, probably a reach, but we had to get in front of the 49ers. So hidden development there on the offensive line too as well. 79 strength. And if you just look at the pass blocking, BTA. That's what I'm hoping he's going to do in the season. All right, so as we come in, getting close to our next pick here, just looking to see what's left here on our board. We don't have too much left here. I mean, actually a pretty good amount, 21. So, I mean, we did good going deeper into this. Now, I mean, there are a couple edge rushing options still here, round 1 to 2. I think we go with the guard here and go ahead and get Mason Rudolph, though, and stop playing round 1 to 2 there. We have a couple of round 1 receivers still here left, so we could double up at receiver, and I could still actually get Jesse Villa, which I didn't think I'd be able to. With his catching ability and the ability he had to run the ball, we might double up receiver here in the 2nd round. I'm just worried if we wait 3rd round, do we still get Zach Andrews? That's the big question. Actually, I don't have a 3rd. Do I have a 3rd round pick here in the draft? Oh, there goes our pick off the board. Is there a way to see here? Let me just double check, make sure we do have a 3rd round pick. I think I might have traded it away. No, we still have our 3rd round pick. Okay. Do I maybe double up a 4th and a 5th to get back into the 3rd then? We might have to do that because I feel like here at this pick, the smart thing to do would go offensive line. I mean, we have plenty of receivers. I mean, we can definitely shore up the edge. Here, though, there's still round 1 and 2 guys here. There's still round 1 guys here early in the 2nd round. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't feel like I should reach back for a round 2 guy just yet. And just have faith that Andrews will slide just a little bit longer so I can get him in round 3. So if that's the case, do I double up on wide receiver or do we go edge rusher here with a possible round 1 to 2 guy? See if the A finesse moves, C block shedding here. I feel like that is like a no-brainer to go edge rush. Now I feel like we're running out of time. I got to make this decision quick. Hold on, let me look at my edge rush room really quick. That's going to answer my question. What does my edge rush room look like right now? 25, 75, 30, 99. I mean, we can come back for that. He's 30, 27, 74. Garrett's going to be on roster for at least a little bit longer. I'm going to do it. I'm gonna double up at receiver. I'm going to really go all out. Is there any tight ends that intrigue me really quick before I do this? No, Isaac Bennett was the last one. He's around 3 to 4 slip drop back. So, yeah, I'm going to go receiver. I'm going to go get Jesse Villa. My guy from Vanderbilt here, man. 21-year-old slot receiver. Too much good hands to not go here. Number 7. That's the only reason he wasn't top 5 is because he was number 7, just barely out of top 5. We drafted 2 of the best players here. Now, of course, they only give him normal development, but 92 speed, 95 acceleration, hands that are going crazy. NFL-ready pass catcher, strong hands to make catches through contact, several wild catches on him. I mean, that doesn't say catch in traffic, expect catch. I don't know what does. All right, now the picks get a little bit easier here. Of course, we just have only a couple guys left that are even like ready to be drafted. Now, Andrews here is way down the list. The only reason I'm contemplating getting him in round 3 or 4 is making sure I don't lose my day 3. That's around 1 to 2 here in Rudolph. But I am going to go with Andrews here because he's higher up the board first. We're going to go Zach Andrews here, and then in the 4th round, I am going to come back and hit up offensive line again and get Matthew Rudolph. So I see Zach Andrews here, B-, 53 when he's 68. Doesn't panic in pass protection. Uses strength technique to thwart pass rushers or power rushers. Quick hands and feet pose a problem for speed rushers. Hidden development for Zach Andrews, 83 strength, 23 years old, out of South Carolina. So age is going to be a factor with him, but we should get good development, and now we can see about making sure our other offensive lineman stays put. All right, we did it. We made it all the way to pick 100 here, and my offensive lineman did not get taken. So you guys can just quick look at the board here. You can see only 7 people left here. We do have a lot of day 3 options left, mostly on defense. You know, we have an edge here, defensive tackle, Waters, and a couple of corners and safety here that we can still go after. Noel has actually dropped pretty far back here as a receiver. So just kind of looking at his play card really quick. I mean, we could possibly go back here for a receiver again if we wanted to. C, medium route running, B, short, B, catching, A, catching traffic, A, carrying. I think he was the guy that we looked at as a possible running back or gadget player switch. So I mean, if he's still there later on, we might have to go with that. But right now, I got to go with my round 1 and 2 talent guy right here. And going to pick up Matthew Rudolph, 34 in true talent. Highly intelligent blocker, quick feet, strong hands and pass protection. Won't be overwhelmed by power. Normal development with him. I'm shocked he didn't have hidden development, considering he's a round 1 and 2 talent guy. But I will take that. How much of a jump again? Got him at 100. He was 34. And as far as the best person in the class, so I'll take that. And from the rest of this point, it's going to be kind of smooth sailing here through the end of the draft, just picking up a couple of defensive pieces. So in 5th round selection here, Josh Callaway, 111 in true talent. We're able to go to pick up some extra depth there on the line. As far as normal development is probably what we expected there. 80 speed, 86 strength. We're going to trade away our other 5th round pick here, so I can get another 4 next year and a 7. 4 and a future 7. A 6th round pick this year and next year. I think I'd rather take the 4 options. Question is, do I take him from the Falcons though? That's back-to-back years with 5th. The Colts might be booty. The Buccaneers are giving up a 4th and 7 at least. So that's at least multiple picks. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Tampa here. Give them our 5th round pick here. Get a 4th next year and a 7th. Coming right back here to the trade block. I'm not going to trade with them again and make it like unfair like that. But let's see what we can get here. 6th and a 7th in the future. Anything in 2027? I'd like to keep it there if we can. And I don't want to pick this year. 7th in 2027 and an extra 6th in the year following. I can deal with that, Miami. Let me go ahead and make this switch. And last selection here I wanted to get a tight end for depth here anyway. This guy right here, BJ Harris, 6'6", managed to somehow run a 4.62 at the 40. So just off of whim alone, and just to not trade 3 straight picks here in the draft, we need a 3rd tight end anyway. It was either going to be this or sign an undrafted free agent. So why not give him the chance to go and walk across the stage? Let's go ahead and pick up Ben Harris here, or BJ Harris. Not too often that you get a 6'6" tight end. Of course, a reach here, but he played basketball for 2 years, at least too fast for linebackers. 85 speed though, 87 acceleration. I know they ain't booing a 7th round pick. Come on now. And now we get to take a look and see what will the draft recap show us. How good was our draft? I'll take it. I was really hoping that at least one person came out a little bit with an 80, but I will take 2 79s with hidden development, a 75, 73 with hidden development, 74, and even the depth that we got. 62 is not terrible, and 69 with some good development could become a starter. So let's go ahead and start up here. Now I do know there's a bug where you can't click into the player card, so I'm not even going to do it from this screen and risk my game being frozen because I have not saved it yet. Probably a little bit risky here, but we were able to get Rich Looney here, 79 overall, 91 speed. And if we compare just to him to Jesse Villa here, obviously more speed, more acceleration down here. If we look at catching, 84 to 83, 85 in traffic to 80. Spec catch is better though with Looney. Route running, of course, we knew would be better short, better medium, and big difference on D. Both have the same exact release, better jump. Okay, not too bad there though. As far as a big difference there. And then offensive line here, how bad are we looking here at this run game? Looks like the pass is pretty good here. Pass is great here. Pass is great here. And actually has decent run blocking ratings here with Matthew Rudolph. Now, some work's going to need to be done on the 2 hidden development guys, but all 3 could come in and start. And I think we actually have 3 positions that need to be filled. So I think these are actually 5 starters. Because, we're going to go 3 deep at receiver. These are 5 starters. He could take over the spot that I wanted for Isaiah Bond, honestly, with the way that he runs his routes. We'll have to see how they play in preseason. But 5 potential starters, a very good backup that could probably be mixed in on the edge rushing depth, and then a tight end 3. I think we came out of this draft fantastic. Now, if we look at the rest of the class, I'm not going to click any profiles, but I just want to see. Elijah Morgan ended up being a 75 overall as that top pick. Best player in the draft ends up being an 84 overall, Bill Johnson. They said guard was the weakest thing in the draft, and the top 2 players in the draft class were both guards. Both guards that we could have taken, 84 and 82 overall here, going to the Colts and to the Ravens at 23 and 21. So we wouldn't even have to trade for him. Devin Haynes, who was on my board that I didn't get to pick up, is 82. Parker Brown, 79 at corner. So then we ended up picking up, which Looney actually didn't even end up being top 5. We were all just tied with 79. So they really could have all had top 5 by their name because they were all basically top 4. Jonathan Gonzalez, the top running back, ends up being a 78 overall. Ben Cruz, who was also on my board, ends up being a 70 overall. So we wouldn't have gone back picking either option there. Now, if we look just by the rounds, 69 overall by the Broncos in the first round. How do you mess up that bad? That's got to be a huge reach. 69 overall is the worst pick in the first round. 68 in the second round. 62 in the third. 62 in the fourth. Okay, look at that. That means there's still some better options other than that 60 overall there too in the first round. So worst pick in the entire draft ends up being a 59 overall in the 6th round. Tight end Preston Howard and right edge Chase Berg went to the tight end. So we didn't even pick up the worst tight end. BJ Harris actually ends up being the 2nd worst tight end drafted. And he at least got drafted, farther back. So the Raiders really reached. So, of course, we're going to have some position battles and training camp stuff. I might go ahead and mix in a little preseason episode. Why not? You guys let me know down below if you guys would be interested in that, like moving kind of forward. Just because there's a position battle here. Like, I feel like we could do that and have like a little preseason episode and then get into week 1 after that. If you guys want episodes like that to continue, we'll keep that going. Just so you guys can see kind of how the preseason is going. It depends on just like how good the preseason gets. We might include all of that at the beginning, make it like a quick abbreviated thing, and then get into week 1 and kind of have that be its own video. Now, if we look at this team though, just looking at the depth chart, obviously, Deshaun Watson is back. I don't know how long he's going to stay on this team because he is still injured. We do still have to move in some of our guys here into their correct spots. I do want to go sign some undrafted free agencies if we have the room to, because I do need a fullback here at some point. We can move one of the running backs there. But we have Judy. We still have Tillman, Bond. This receiver room is kind of crowded, but Looney at 79 overall, is going to be a part. Look at it. He's easily wide receiver 2 right now. And that means Jonathan Villa at 79 overall as well is wide receiver 3. So Tillman might become a potential trade target. Being where he is, he could possibly get us something here that rather than just being a wide receiver 4 and stashed away on the depth chart. We could possibly maybe get something for him because look at that. That's a strong top 2. Now there's no reason to not succeed with those top 2. And I really wanted to check on the offensive line. So obviously at left tackle here, I want to have our 5 best offensive linemen. So 79, 79, 75 here. So I'm going to put Ogburn as my starting left tackle. And I want to change up their positions here after this. We got Jenkins at left guard. At center, I want to go, let's see, which rookie? That's Keon Green. Which rookie do we want to go with? I can go Rudolph here at center. We can go Andrews here at right guard. Don't forget, we do still have Jenkins. So I don't necessarily have to start all 3 rookies. Oh, he's starting on the left side. Okay, cool. We can go that. And then Conklin here at right tackle, which I think we had another option. I could have sworn I just saw somebody else good. Oh, Zach Zinter was there at 70 overall. What is he at guard? Conklin. See, look, Conklin at 80. Oh, he's at 80 guard, 79 tackle. Interesting. But if we're able to do it like that and we come back out and look at like the adjust lineup screen here, you look at what this team looks like from this angle. I see 2 hidden developments, normal development center, but as a rookie, star here on the right, star here on the left to kind of balance out the rookies playing with the veteran. We have a superstar here at tight end, hidden development receiver, Jerry Judy, backed up with Jonathan Villa, Quashad Junkins and Sampson at star development. Sanders, you all have a plethora of weapons and a good offensive line in front of you. And the defense, pretty much for the most part, stayed the same. We didn't touch anything defensively, really. So, we have a strong front 4. We have a strong linebacking core. And we have really good DBs and really good depth. So, I think we have a way to make this team go far. Let me know down below what you guys' record predictions are going to be for the new season. And let me know how excited you guys are for the next video by leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. And next time out, we'll have our first ever off-season video here that I think I've ever done in any series. I don't think I've done the off-season. If I did, it was like in the first rebuild that I did. But we haven't done one in a while. So get excited for that. I'll catch you guys in the next video. It's been your boy SGG, a.k.a. Coach Smooth. And I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. I'm going for the day. Later.